New Orleans from the 2016 TLC award show. This was an event where thousands of lives will never be the same again, because that was an event that major decisions were made to never be the same again, and totally changed lives, thousands of lives, and the next 30 to 90 days, and most of those lives were going to be coming from this particular organization. Very excited. And so just before we get started, and before I'm going to introduce our traders for tonight, just want to give you a little share some information on the events, on what happens on this past few days in New Orleans. This is a total life changes that is a platform in this network marketing industry, and that is truly designed for people who want to change their lives, either fortune or fame. And at the event, we had a great, it started with a great entertainment, and oh my gosh, the red carpets with the photo shoots with the, star-studded celebrity TLC members and our guests as well. We received priceless information from different top income earners, leaders who are making big things happen. They shared the nuts and bolts of what it really takes to build a true business. No matter what challenges we go through, and they shared their footsteps to success and how to go director and above. And so if you want to know how to produce the results that you're looking for, you want to make sure that you're going to be at the next event, because this is where you will hear the answer of what you're looking for, mostly at the company event. And for those of us who were there, I know that the very most powerful success that we can do for our business are truly found in the before and after the event. Why? Because this is when we have the chance to hang out and socialize with other people in the business, with other leaders in the business who are excited and who are serious about making incredible things happen in their business and their family. And this is the time when we actually discover the leaders and the top earners, that they're just ordinary people, just like us, just like you and I, nothing special. But with the exception that they did really make a decision to build their business, and they went ahead and got busy from day one. They decided to become the extraordinary. And we saw people on the stage receiving big checks from multiple 5 figures to double 6 figures to even double 7 figures. And why? Because they put in the work. They put in the work into the work from home. No excuses, and they took consistent and action regardless. So it's an incredible event. And also at the event, they introduced great promotion. Buy one get one free on some of the products. So for those of us that were at the event, we really had a great deal, buy one, get one free on some of the even multi-packs. They were doing buy one, get one free in the 25-pack and the 50-pack, and oh my God, it's incredible. And we have a new skincare product as well. That is the best skincare product out there. So after this call, make sure that you go into your back office and check that out. So you'll be the first few people that I don't know if they're doing the pre-sale or pre-order, but you go ahead and check out from your back office on our new skincare product. We also had a great director's night that was amazing. There's a lot of people that that came and attended the director's night. Probably about half of the people that were at the earlier event. And it's incredible because a lot of us, and even people from our organization as well, we get recognized, and I was one of them that my name is called and walked across the stage and got my director's pin. So very excited with that. And so when you step up and you attend the company events like all leaders do, you're also expected to really do a serious building about your business and become very profitable as well. So very exciting event, and tonight as well is another exciting training tonight, because as always, it's truly an honor and pleasure for me to bring on this phenomenal true servant leader who I have the utmost respect for. And again, tonight he continues to serve us, from the heart, with his commitment, with his passion and dedication to meeting his mission of helping 1,000 families earn six figures this year. And of course, that is none other than Mr. Jason L. Scott I. But for those new to the team, Mr. Scott is an industry icon and very, very well respected in this organization, this company, and this industry. He's a documented six-figure income earner, and he was originally from Bronx, New York, but now we say that he's truly from all over the world, as he is always out there in the field making big things happen, in the U.S. and around the country, international, and you're going to watch him traveling to multiple countries very, very soon, training and mentoring team members, everything they need to know to become more successful in their business, because he brings us with over 25 years of successful experience in building true business, a great business strategies, as well as he continues to impact tens of thousands of team members that he's also been able to build in the past around and here in the U.S. and international to over 20 countries. And like I said, tonight is a very, very special call and celebration as well, because as he continues to serve the team, he is speaking to us for the first time as our brand new regional director. Yes, yes, yes. Mr. Scott is now our brand new regional director for Total Life Changes for this NuGlobal Dynasty as well. And with his true servantship, he has created several brand new directors and several brand new executive directors in the Caribbean. So congratulations, everyone out there. And also congratulations again, Mr. Scott. Now we know that national director is done for you this week. It's done, sir, it's done. So there's going to be also more new ranks that's going to turn this week. So I'm very, very excited. So get ready to receive great and priceless information that's going to take you and your business to the next level, your results that you are looking for in family. With that, I'm also ready to even grow more and go to the next level. I've got my pen and my notepad ready to take notes. And with that, always a pleasure to bring on our phenomenal servant leaders, always leading other great leaders from all over the world, our brand new regional director, Mr. Jason L. Scott I. Mr. Scott, the call is now yours, sir. Woo!
Miss Aileen Galera, I'm absolutely on the phone line. Can you hear me, young lady?
Yes, sir. Loud and clear. Please take it away.
Great. Good stuff, young lady. You had me excited on the call just now. I'm like, man, let me get myself back out here and really go to work, because you just got me excited. Just, because as you were talking, I'm just thinking about what it takes in order for people to really put things in place and to really change their own perspectives on their own lives and everything, just to make magic happen. So I do appreciate you, young lady, and just watching you and your excitement. And, you had team members that was out that way. And the funny thing is, while we were there, I'm watching your team members that was out of the country constantly calling, reaching out, because they respect your leadership, and they've watched you over and over and over again. Between the calls you do for everybody and what you've been able to display, a lot of them right now on the verge themselves of breaking director and even executive director. So I appreciate you and your leadership as well, young lady. Anyway, guys, welcome to our organization's Sunday night. See, I used to call it my Millionaire Mastery Call. It's like really, we turn this into our Vision Mastery Call. Now, see, it's one thing to say, Millionaire Mastery, and people understand and they hear it. But in order for you to really get to that process to where you can say, I'm a millionaire, you had to first have vision. So we started calling it the Vision Mastery Call, guys. And we've been doing these calls for years, coaching, mentoring thousands of people, helping them have incredible successes. But the thing about that process of mastery is that it takes like 10,000 hours to master anything. And what happens is people typically will join in and they will log on for a little bit and they'll get a little bit excited and then they're off the calls and they get a little bit of information, then they're off the calls and they're jumping from this call to that call and this leader to that leader and this person to that person. And because they have failed to realize that the whole process of leadership is within. This whole process of vision mastery is within. It's within just in your mind. It's nothing else. I'm talking to people. We're at the event, and I'm watching all we had some great leaders who gave some great information, and as I'm walking around throughout the events, and I'm watching all the leaders who are having recognition, and the people who, from the smallest persons of all of us who are going director, and people who are going executive director, and people who are going, regional and national, and people who are getting recognized as globals. And the funny thing is, even at the levels, like in some companies, when you're something like an executive director, in other countries with the type of volume that's normally generated, the average income that people normally have at that level, maybe about $1,000, $2,000 for the month or something like that. You have to be really at a whole other level to really have to work hard as you can to get to where it's maybe $4,000 or $5,000 for the month or something like that at the level that we are right now as executive directors. Now, I say that, guys, because here in this company, and that's why I want you to have vision. I want to, when we say millionaire mastery, I want you to understand that it's going to take a long-term vision, because some people who have never even passed over the stratosphere of six figures, it's hard for them to envision themselves as millionaires. We get excited, but then because the journey towards millionaire mastery is so long, people start to lose focus. They start to lose their vision, and they start to digress and go back to the same old, and looking at life all around them and all the situations that's broken down around them between relationships and vehicles and the bank accounts and cars, everything you got going on. You be like, man, I can't see this really happening for myself the way I thought I could make this thing happen, but it's just too much. So I say that because a lot of us right now, if we just had an extra, we say extra $1,000, a month or a week, people can really start to see some great things happening. Well, I'm going to tell you guys, even in this company as an executive director, I'll be an executive director, easily earning an extra $8,000 a month. Extra. See, listen, if you're earning $8,000 a month, you're actually a six-figure income earner. You guys got that? By the time you do $8,000 a month for the course of, you guys can earn a six-figure income just at about $8,000 a month. So I say this because when I started seeing that as an executive director, a person can earn an extra, not even $3,000 a month, but $3,000 a week. I know because I was an executive director from the time I joined the company. My first week in the company, earned $4,500 and stuff. Now, even when I'm looking at checks that's been able to be $3,000 for the week. And listen, this call is not about me. All I want to do right now is express to you. I want your vision to be reshaped right now, because I know we're talking about getting to the millionaire status and getting to the people who we see who are seven-figure income earners and all this other stuff. We have the accolades and we get excited for what they're doing. But I want you to feel and look at this thing in such a way to where you can literally see yourself earning an extra $3,000 a week, $3,000, $4,000 a week. You can see yourself going executive director. Executive director is when you go director and then executive director. That's it. Listen, anybody can scale 2 levels of anything. You can go from it takes me 10 minutes to walk a mile to 8 minutes in a mile. I promise you. You can. It don't take you long. It just takes a little bit of extra walking, and then before you know, you went from 10 minutes to a mile to 8 minutes a mile. See, it's easier. Now we start talking about from 10 minutes a mile to 3 minutes in a mile. Then it becomes a little bit different because you're like, man, what? I can't run. I can't make that. That's crazy. That in a mile is 2 minutes. No, I can't. See, a little bit harder. But you can say, man, I can see how I can shave off 2. So I want you to kind of say to yourself that right now I'm going to really focus on getting executive director done. Because to get executive director done, guys, and to have vision for yourself and your family, and now you may not, some of you guys may be on the call right now, you're not in this company. Executive director just basically means a person has volume that they're generating. It doesn't matter the company. It doesn't matter because, your company may be the same. You can look at a pin level of your company that may be at a lower level. But I'm giving you guys from this perspective of TLC. As an executive director, the volume that you generate with 5,000 on the left, 5,000 on the right. Now you got to keep in mind that volume can go between 5,000 on the left or 5,000 on the right, all the way up to where it takes a regional. A regional is 10,000 on the left and 10,000 on the right. You guys got that? You can literally be an executive director and not even be a regional and have 15,000 in volume. You can be an executive director and have what we call national volume, which is like 20,000 for the week. You know how I know? Because I just crossed the threshold as a regional. And I was an executive director, and the volume went to, I literally just missed our next pin level. I went and hit regional, missed our next pin level from regional to national by like 1,900 in volume points. That was it. 1,900 in volume points would have gave me national volume. That meant that, and I say this, if a person is an executive director, you may not even have gone regional. You may not even gone to where you went national. But you can be an executive director and get enough people engaged and excited about their own lives and have vision about change. And as an executive director, you can still earn a six-figure income. You guys got that? I had people that were on the stage. People were walking the stage as executive directors earning $50,000. And now the thing is this, they got the $50,000 check, but a lot of them earn between $50,000 because they didn't have like a $75,000 check. They had 50. They had like 100,000. So when some of them went from 50 all the way up to like just like 999, like right at the edge of $100, $99,999, and that you can actually earn without even going to the highest level in the company. Why am I giving that to you guys? Because I want your vision to be expanded tonight. I want your vision of, because I know we see all the people with the highest pin levels, and we get excited about that, and then we start saying, man, I can't go national. I can't got enough things going on to go national. I don't got enough going on to go global. If you're an executive director, and many of you, I talk to different people on the phone, and I know your financial situations, and, we all know that the struggle of life and what's going on. But as an executive director, most of us are dedicated like part-time. Even though myself, I promise you, even the type of work that I've been able to do, even though I kind of don't do anything else, it's basically been like part-time effort because most of the people I work with don't get off of work until the evening time. And when they get off work in the evening time is when I start doing presentations and calls and things like that. So I'm normally not even doing so I was like an executive director, not having nothing else except this, but working part-time. On a part-time basis, guys, you can earn an extra $3,000 a week. That's like an extra $6,000 2 weeks. That's like extra $9,000 every 3 weeks. That's extra $12,000 of income for the month as an executive director that you can actually earn. You know how I know? Because you can actually earn things like about 12% or something like that. That you can actually earn like 12 to 14% as an executive director on the volume you can earn on the dual team. And if that volume that you can earn, by the time you calculate that, you can actually earn about $2,500 just off the dual team, not counting the fact that, if you can actually get up to 15, 20,000 in volume, 19,000 in volume, you can have the director volume you can have national volume, 16, 17,000 in volume, and you can still earn enough money to change a lot of your financial situations. Why am I giving that to you? Because we watch people walking this stage, guys, with these pin levels. And a lot of times we say pin levels are indicative of income levels. But I've never been involved with a company. The compensation plan was so generous the way this one is generous. The way they compress all the big numbers and the big money. That's like right now we got top network marketers who just joined the company in the last week, the last couple of days. I'm talking about like seven-figure income earners. I'm talking about people who built teams into the tens of thousands, if not hundreds of thousands. Why? Because they got sick and tired of sitting to the sidelines watching the average person with no skill sets of network marketing. You know what I'm saying? No skill sets all the skill sets of network marketing you need is belief. That's when people start saying, well, I don't got no experience. Well, if you got experience and belief and following instructions, I promise you got experience. The rest of that is because when someone, what happens is normally when your leadership gives you some insight, you don't believe it. You know how you know you don't believe it? Because you don't do it. If you really believed it, you would do it. And the reason why we don't really do it is because we don't really believe it. You know how I know? Because every time when I talk to people, somebody, they'll always say, well, what are you doing? What's different? And I'm like, the same thing that your leadership told you, I promise. But the thing is, when you don't believe it, because first you have to believe them, then you have to believe you have to believe yourself that what they said to you was real. If that's all I got to do, I'm going to do that. And you have to stay focused on what it is that they told you, not when you say, well, it ain't working that way, so it got to be something else. Let me try something else. Guys, I want to talk to you tonight about that process. Because when you get a chance to go to an event like we just left, and we got a chance to see all these different leaders who are having major successes, and the majority of them, 99.9% of them, are telling they've never been successful in any company. This is their first time, their first rodeo, never been in network marketing before, yet they walk on the stage for $500,000. They walk on the stage for $1 million. They walk on the stage for all these only been in the industry for 4, 5, 6 years and 7 years, and they walk on the stage with checks for $2 million in a year. You know why, guys? Because you have to have a level of belief in yourself. And that's why this Vision Mastery call, guys, I want it to just be as real as I can. Because when we give the strategies, because I always say it's two things. There's process training and there's progress training. And the process is what everyone sees. Everybody can read. You can read simple steps. I can give you step by step. I can tell you 5 things to do right now, and I'll tell everybody the same thing. That'll be the process. That's the mechanics of it. But the progress, the believability in self, the believability that it's still working when it doesn't seem like it's working, the believability that you can skim it down from a mile in minutes to 8 minutes. See, sometimes you can't believe that you can scale it down from 10 minutes to 2 minutes. Man, what? I'm struggling at 10 minutes. But you can say to yourself, man, I can, it'll probably take me a week, maybe a couple of weeks, maybe a week or so, a couple of days of working and stuff, and I can get better every day for a week. So the big money's going to come in anything that you do as you start to get your 10,000 hours in. But right now, guys, I want you to master the basics. I want you to master the mundane, the day in, day out activities that's going to predicate the end results of having a whole lot of success. This call is a call of realness, right? This call is a call that I want you to understand that you can really change your life and do some great things. You can change your life, guys, in any company you're in right now if you're on this phone call. Any company you're in right now, if you just focus on the small things, because we see the big things, but then from the big things, a lot of times we start to have a level of disbelief. We'll go for it, and it seems so far out of reach that we, what happened? Well, I just kind of scaled back because, couldn't see myself getting it, so I just kind of started doing something else, and I scaled back, and I started doing this, and I started doing that, and people start to scale back. And I don't want you to scale back tonight. Because I've watched magic happen for people this past week that, listen to me, in a third world country with first world believability, first class and first world belief in self. They went from the average income in Trinidad, where it's about $20 US, like a day type of income, like $1,000 for a month, like US, the average type income. A person all month is doing like $20. Now, the funny thing is this, you might say, oh, well, that's there in that country, and I'm sure that it's indicative of the income that everything costs. No, the cost of living to me is about the same like in the U.S. Because when I go over there and I cash my income in, my money in, I have all this cash in my pocket. I'm feeling like if that money was in your pocket here in the U.S., you'd be having tens of thousands of dollars, and you'd be like, man, you'd be feeling like you a baller. But when you were there and you have all that money, and as soon as they start saying, this costs that, and you're like, okay, what's that? It's like, how much that? Okay, how much is this and the money I have in my hand? By the time they calculate it, it's equivalent to what it would cost if they was buying it in the U.S. And in some instances, even more than that. How can people that come from a background that's considered a third world country, have a world class and first class, and first world mentality of freedom. How can they, and only $1,000 a month of income, how can they go from where they're producing on a weekly basis as a team, maybe about 2,000, 3,000, 4,000, something 3,000 in volume, to all of a sudden they go from 3,000 to 5,000 to 10,000 to 15,000, about 16, 17,000 in volume in a week's time. How is that possible? Belief. I promise you that's all it was. I told them that it would be possible. You know what? First of all, I myself said to myself that I'm going to get regional knocked out. Listen, this is exercise in mindset, not exercise in me at all. Trust me, it's nothing about that. Because some of you right now are trying to figure out how to cross the threshold from where you are to how I can make it. You know what I'm saying? Some of you are like, yeah, I understand, Mr. Scott, it's easy for you because, you're a different type of, you like this, and it's easy for you, and all these things that we say. We always say it's easy for somebody else, and we have all these reasons why it's easy for somebody else to win, but we can't win because of whatever. But me, like everybody else, like a lot of other people, and maybe some of you don't suffer from the same things I suffer from. Situations where I can find myself being pressed, and I have to work through depression. I find myself wanting to get up and go, and I'm like, come on, Jason, you better than this, man. Come on, get yourself up. Why are you not performing at your highest level? Come on, man. Or you sit back and you stand up real fast. I'm going to get it done. Then all of a sudden, then you sit right back down and you lay back down again. And then you get up and you say, you know what, I'm going to get out here and I'm going to go talk to people. And you get in the car and you ride around in circles for hours. Now, every person that you see, you look at them and you don't say nothing. They say, you know what, I'm going to get on the phone calls. I'm going to burn these phones up, and I'm going to call everybody I know. As soon as I wake up in the morning, then you wake up, and all you do is get on social media and start just talking to people on social media and liking things and watching videos. And then the whole day go by, and then once again you say, you know what, tomorrow I'm going to do it. Because tomorrow I'm going to really do it because I'm going to get up earlier, and that way I can have more time to do it all day. Some of the things I'm talking about, does anybody know what I'm talking about? Some of you guys know what I'm talking about. You know how you can feel that way. You can feel that you for like while you're thinking, I'm invincible. I'm invincible. I can just do whatever. But then when it takes the time to do whatever it takes to have success, you find that you're vulnerable. You're not invincible. You can't even get yourself off the couch. You can't get yourself off the bed. You can't get yourself to work after work. You can't get yourself. You know how I know? Because I have to work on me every day, even at the level that I am working. I'm always listening to personal development because I have to let somebody else in my mindset because I believe in myself. Like a lot of you believe in yourself, but sometimes it's that belief in yourself. You believe in yourself, but there's always something inside you that just won't allow you to get up and go. But I found, guys, that some of the things that we talk about when it comes to vision mastery and some of the things that when it comes to like belief is really like, for instance, there's been nations that rallied behind the belief of dominance, and they rally behind those beliefs. Like even back in the days when there was the Third Reich and all these guys, and they were a country that every day they kept hearing all the suggestions that you were great, you're greater than this, and you deserve this. And even though that turned out to be what it turned out to be, that was on what everybody knows that to be in the world, but they was under like hypnotic suggestion that you can be strong. Now the greatest thing that we had as allies here is that we believe we were stronger. And I say that to you because all it was a suggestion, because somebody said, listen, man, we better than this. We're stronger than this. We can make things happen if we just go at this. And I want you to know that I watched people that came from a third world country, and we got on the phone last week, and we started saying, I said, first of all, me and myself, I called my sponsor early in the week, and I said, I'm going regional this week. Now, I did that for me, to hold myself accountable, because I know my numbers hadn't regional volume. I was the executive director, and I was working. I was maintaining ED volume every week, qualifying for ED every week. When most people can't even qualify for their pen levels ever again, I'm qualifying for that right there, and I'm maintaining that. But then when I said, let me get regional. You know why? Because I said to myself, and this because I want you to take notes for yourself, not for me. I said to myself, I'm not going to go to this event. Now the funny thing is, I said this weeks ago, months ago. I said I'm not. Whatever it is, I know when I get to this event, I'm not getting to this event as an executive director. I joined the company and went ED in the first week. So I said, if I come to an event 4 months later, 4.5 months later, still as an ED, when I first joined, it seemed like, oh, he must be a superstar being able to come out the gate and do that. 4 months later, I'm still at the same pin level, so I might as well have been a director. I might have hit director pin. But in my mindset, I was bigger than that. In my mindset, I was better than that. But like everyone else, like the average person, I have to overcome average situations of mediocrity in mind that I have to work on me every day and believe for me every day. But one thing about me is I understand certain things about the subconscious and the conscious mind and things like that. And I knew that I always tell people, if you just believe me, if you let me in your head and you believe me, I promise you, we can have success. I talked to several leaders there because after I kind of said to them, I told my sponsor, I'm going to go regional this week. And Stormy was like, okay, get it done. Good stuff. I know you can. Get it done. Yes, ma'am. And I started going for it. Now, numbers had never been nowhere near regional. But what I did was I said to myself, I'm going to go national. I told her regional, but I set my mindset to say, I'm going to go national. Because to go regional, you have to go, it's not just about the volume you generate because you got a bunch of people in. You got to literally help develop a leader or someone who decide that they too believe that they're truly destined for something great. So I found another gentleman who decided he believed he was truly destined for something great. He was tired of living on the $20 a week type of $20 a day type of income, and decided that he wanted to be able to tap into the American dream right there in Trinidad, of financial freedom, owning your own business. And I watched him go from where he was at, just barely qualifying, just qualifying as a director, to literally moving himself from director to not only going executive director, but breaking eight directors all in the same week. Now, how can you do something that took you the first 6 or 7 that you broke 1, 2, maybe 1 a month, one every couple of weeks you break in one. How can you go from 1 every few weeks or once a month to now all of a sudden 8 in 1 week? Belief, vision, and then the mastery of vision, which is the belief. Just believe that it could be done. Because I said I was going to get it done. And I didn't say to them, I'm going regional, so you're going to have to get me, you got to do this in order to go regional. I just identified a leader through his actions and through his words and the things that he did, showing up, doing the things he got to do. And then when I said, you know what, let me talk to him and see if he's ready. And start saying, listen, let's move forward this week, and this is going to be your week to get executive director knocked out. Yeah, I'm going to go ED this week. And then all of a sudden, the mindset, the work began in the mind first. And then from the mind, because write this down. Now we're about to get into the potatoes of this thing right here, meat potatoes. First, you must see it in your mind. Write it down. Then you must see it on paper, because once he saw it in his mind, then we started strategizing on who we were going to work with to draw that volume out, where it was going to come from. And it always helps that you happen to have other leaders who believe at the same time. So by the time everyone also believes, they'll say, okay, well, if you're going to go director, sir, I believe I can go ED too. So not only did he go executive director, but he broke an executive director and broke the directors, guys. Those were like 5 on one side, another 3 on another side. People who weren't even qualified, weren't even having enough volume every week to even come close to director, not even come half of a director, not even a third of director. But all of a sudden, because of mastery, let me master my vision of self, master my vision of belief, master the vision of possibilities. it had to be a team effort. And we started getting the phone calls and started saying we're going to believe. And we got a group, that everybody's a WhatsApp group, and everybody kept hearing the voice. Because that one thing I understand is this, and then now you guys want to call now may not understood why I was doing it the way I was doing it. But let me help you understand something. I listen to the person over and over and over because it helps strengthens my belief. So what I do to help move people along with personal development, I strengthen their belief by me being that person of personal development. So Janice, Allison, you know what I'm saying, you remember how I kept talking every couple of minutes or every day you guys kept hearing me inside your timeline in your WhatsApp group. Every day you kept hearing, hey guys, this is Jason L. Scott the first. Guys, come on. This is your time. You can do it this week. I promise you, if you just stay focused, because I was literally causing the suggestions in your mind. I knew that every time you guys heard it, you would say, you know what, he believes in me. Because a lot of times I find that if people just know you believe in them, they'll do things for you that they wouldn't even do for themselves. Guys, you can do it. Come on, guys, you can do it. Then they started believing. Numbers still wasn't showing up first. Belief showed up first. Vision mastery was about the belief. Belief showed up first. And then after belief showed up, then the magic started happening after belief showed up first. And once the belief showed up, then they started believing. Once the belief showed up and they started saying that it was going to happen, the belief showed up, then all of a sudden, guys, then the numbers started showing up. Matter of fact, I remember the last day when I talked to my sponsor, and I said, listen, we're still going for it. It was like a couple of days. I was like, we're still going for it today. I was on my way to the event, to the convention. I was driving. I said, we're on our way. We're almost there. We're on our way. I said, well, he's still like 3,000 away right now from going ED. He got like 2,000 in volume. So that means all week he's still at 2,000 in volume. Now, he got all the volume on one leg. He generated all week. You know what I'm saying? He already at the verge of about to break an executive director because everybody's still moving, but he still had to get volume in a place that he hadn't produced volume at in a minute, not at that scale. So he still was like, we can believe. I said, what's going to happen? I said, it's going to happen. It's going to happen. It's going to happen, Storm. We're going to get that done. Okay, well, good stuff. Let me know. I believe in you. And she was off the phone. That was it. And I immediately hit the suggestion box again. Why am I saying that? Because some of you are going to have to start doing self-talk to yourself. You're going to look at yourself in the mirror and keep saying, yes, you can. Because somebody's going to have to believe in you. And first of all, if you that's standing in front of the mirror, going to have to talk to the you that's in the mirror, the man in the mirror. No, don't look at the reflection. No, that's just my reflection. No, look at the person in the mirror and know that that's you. And you say to you, this is what I'm, see, because I understand that suggestion, the believability of suggestion. Because when people say that you can't, you start to believe you can't. When people start to give all these different excuses as to why they can't have success, they believe that. I have people tell me, well, you know what, let me tell you the type of person I am. I'm the type of person I like to start at the bottom. Because I like all of what you're saying, but what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna start at the bottom. It's better that way because because the type of person I am, I believe that I need to start at the bottom because that's what works best for me. Now the person was never made money in business. Person was never an entrepreneur. Person never done anything of major success. Person said they were struggling and was tired. Person was on disability. Person struggling. But yet, the person living beneath their means, and I said, I know you're tired of living like that. Yes, I am. But yet, when we said it's time to get started, the first thing the person said was, you know what, I'm going to start at the bottom, lowest, because I'm the type of person I believe you got to start there and then work your way up, because that's the way towards success. That's how you got to just kind of start that way. And all that was somebody had told them in the past that they weren't worthy. They weren't worthy because we always say, oh no, I believe in myself. Believing in yourself means that when someone says, how much is that? So your life is going to be defined by the quality of the questions that you learn to ask. And we learn to ask the right questions. See, because wealthy people, a person who's not wealthy, the question they don't like to ask is, how much is that going to cost me? Because they wonder how much they got to spend because that money leaving. A person with a wealthy mindset, they almost say with this posture, how much can I make from that? When I invest that, they don't say if when I invest that, how much can I make from that? They're already speaking that in their mindset it's going to happen. When I invest in that, okay, well, let me move some things around, see what I can do to make that happen because I want to invest in that. So you said I can make that when I invest this? But the average person, well, it's going to cost me this, so I don't think I need to spend that much, so I'm going to start at the bottom. This is a story that I'm going someplace with that. Because all it was a thought process. It was a thought process, a belief. I always say we got to have a habitual vision of greatness, a belief of magnificence. But when your belief of magnificence is not one of magnificence, is belief of secondary classmanship, third world classmanship, poverty mindset. But yet to sound like, just make ourselves feel good. We'll say things. Well, I'm the type of person. I just believe that it's easier, because that's what really works. But we got to ask ourselves, has it really worked? Because if it really worked, we wouldn't be in a situation and struggling if that was the answer. So we said, well, let me say how I normally do. And so the first thing I would say is don't do it that way, because the way you normally done it has gotten you the results that you have right now in your life. Now, I say that to people because I say that to me. I say to them, that's what I have to say to myself. So I recommend that you say that to yourself as well. Because when I said that to myself, I went from zero to like $8,000 a week of income when I first stopped with the nonsense of trying to figure it out and saying what I thought was best. First time with the $8,000 a week, I asked the gentleman, what are you doing? Tell me what you're doing. I'll give you pointers, he said. I don't want pointers. Pointers got me broke. Pointers is your thinking and my thinking. My thinking is already a whack thinking. I'm from the streets, right? Whack. Yeah, it's whack thinking. I don't want the whack thinking. I need to use your proven thoughts of success. Well, nobody never asked me like that. I'll tell you exactly what I'm doing. Started doing what he was doing. Started having major results in 30 days. Some of you guys right now, can change your life in a little less than 30 days. Doing exactly, if you just believe what I tell you right now on the phone, that it's really your belief. Listen, I gave you a critical key component that wealthy people do for success a lot of times. I told you the law of suggestion is strong. And if people have been telling you all your life that you're not weak, like the person who told me, like, I believe that I need to start at the bottom, which has been suggested to her throughout her life that's the best way, because I hear that all the time. That ain't just some people make up. They didn't heard it someplace, so they believe that's what it is. But the people telling them that are not people of success. Because the ones who are successful, that's not their belief. They know they got to invest. They know they're going to have to risk some things. They know they have to step past their comfort zone. They know they're going to have to stretch themselves. Is this. When it comes to working for ourselves and being our own boss, we'll try to figure out all the reasons to start at the bottom. Start it off, and then let me tell you how I don't type person like start at the bottom. It's kind of how I do everything. Oh, that's how you do everything? Yep, okay, that's the way to do it in this life. Okay, great. So when you went to your job interview, what did you tell them? When they said to you, Jason L. the first, what are you going to bring to my organization when you come here? Do you think that I went to the interview and I said, well, let me tell you how I roll, sir. I'm the type of person like start at the bottom. Kind of see if it works. Feel it out. Put little feelers out there. And then if it kind of works out the way I want, then, and only then, do I really get busy, sir. They'll be like, I appreciate your time. Picking me up by my underarm, and telling you, somebody grab you by your underarm, and you're like, wait, I ain't finished yet. No, you finish in here, and they're going to take you on out the door and throw you out, because nobody's going to hire you because you want to give your lease. You go to a job interview and you sell them on how and why you're going to give your very best. You sell your boss. People sell their lives and their bodies and their pain and everything breaking down to their boss. To sell them on why they're going to be here, or when it snows, when it rains, when it's cold, when it's hot, when the vehicles break down, when they ain't got no money in the bank, when they're struggling. When the other people are traveling all around the world and they're still there at their businesses, they'll do all they can do. Just give me the job, and you'll sell yourself for that. But then when it comes to selling yourself on you and your belief, your mastery of vision for you, all bets are off. Tonight's call has to be one of vision mastery. It has to be one where you literally put it in your mindset that you're not waiting anymore. Your mindset goes today from 0 to 100 like real quick. Right now, you're going to believe. You're going to have the belief of magnificence for yourself and your family. Because the simplicity is in the call. The simplicity in doing what I'm telling you how to do it, write this down. I'm exactly how. This is the simplest part of the whole, because everybody can get this. But everything that I'm telling you is you have to believe what I'm in. That's it. Write this down. Write this number down. 20-10-5-1000. 20-10-5-1000. That means every time you say to yourself that I'm going to do a call, I'm going to get and do an event, I'm going to expose some people, I want in your mindset that you say to yourself, I must. There's no way I'm going to get less than 20 people confirmed, because 20 is 20 people confirmed. To anything. I don't care if it's a VGO, a virtual grand opening, if it's a launch call with somebody launching your business, you're doing a phone presentation over the phone. If it's you're going to be looking to sit down with some people at an event somewhere that they invite them to a home party, a wild party, you always say to yourself that I'm going to make sure that I and my people have 20 people confirmed. See? I did a VGO, and I appreciate you, inboxing me today, because Teresa, young lady, that while I was on my way to regional, she hit me up today and said, Mr. Scott, thank you for still in the midst of you doing your run for regional. You took time, like 45 minutes, an hour, to do a call for me, and then talk to my people after that and stuff, and you still spent time helping myself and my people doing a virtual grand opening. And I just want to let you know that I appreciate you, sir. I appreciate you for still doing that virtual grand opening for me and exposing my people. Now, when she did the virtual grand opening, what she had about maybe 6 or 7, 8 people on the call. Now, I say that because her focus, and what she did, I had so many more people confirmed. Well, when you have about 20 people confirmed, you normally have about 10 people that'll show up. So out of the 20 people that was confirmed, she had about 8 to 10 people that showed up on the call. So she's like, well, I was calling all day. I know, because you had 20 people who said, I'll definitely be on, because I said, make sure that you get me 20 people confirmed, no less. So she had 20 people confirmed. So she had about 10 that showed up. Out of the 10 that shows up, you normally get about five people who will join. And if you're doing the presentation the right way, it's going to be any variety of business packs that they're going to join. So that means you can get about 1,000 in BV, a business volume. Now, that 1,000 on your left and that 1,000 on your right, that means you have 2 qualified events throughout the week. You can literally hit director that week, because you got 2 qualified events that each time you did an event, you had no less than 20 people. So you got 20 this week, and then you got 5 people to join on one side, whether that's personal or through that organization, or 4 or 5 different people. You did 2 events that week that was qualified, confirmed qualified. Now you got 1,000 on one leg. Did a bunch of confirmed qualified on the right side. There's 1,000 on the other leg. Now you hit director. Oh, you thought it was something else? That was it. That's the major thing I just gave you that you thought was something else. You know how I know? Because what I showed you, when Teresa was like, well, you did the call in the middle of it. That's because I was still staying focused on the goal, which is to help each person that's on their road towards director to do a qualified, because you had so many people that confirmed on the call, Teresa, and you only had about 8 to 10 that joined. That was the numbers. Even though you was like, man, Mr. Scott, I hate that I had more people on the call. No, you had exactly what I thought was going to be on the call, because you followed the text that I gave you that said no less than 20 people confirmed. Now, guys, I gave you the whole process of vision mastery first. And even though that was so simple at the end, I promise you, most people, they think that it's something else different. I just told you, 2010 by 1,000. How many people you got confirmed for each event that see, we normally get about 3 or 4 people. So because you got 3 or 4 people say they come in, nobody show up. Or maybe one to show up. And then that one tells you now they got to kick some tires around and they got to go pray and huddle and do all this other stuff to figure out this is what they want to do, even though they say they broke and they're struggling, but they got to see if success is what they want for themselves right now. So now you got nobody who joins. But I gave you the numbers and I told you, if you do 2 qualified events, at least that week, 2 strong, not 2 events, qualified events. That means if you have an event that you don't have enough people that's confirmed, you have to space that out over the course of a week. That means if you got to have enough people to get to 20 qualified people throughout the week, I mean you got to have an event this day, another one the next day, another one the next day to get 20 people confirmed. throughout so that means over the course of a week, you got to have 40 people say, I'll definitely show up. Because out of 40 people say, I'll definitely show up, only about 20 of them are going to join, whether that's going to be in the left or the right. That'll come, Now, the 20 that'll join, only about 5 will join on the left or in the right. Now, the 5 join on the left and the right, you get 1,000 in business volume. So you want to know how people was able to do 8 directors? Because, first of all, we said that we can do it. They believe that they can do it. Because I told them, I said, just believe me. Believe me. Trust me. It's a challenge. I had to mentor, with the leader, with my gentleman on his way to exec director. Oh, we short. The time is running out. Don't worry about it. You got time. You got more than enough time. Keep going. But just keep going. Because you know how I can say that? Because first I have to say it to me. Because trust me, if he already recognized it, I already recognized it too. I already said to myself, oh, man, we get close to the wire. But as a leader, I have to be vigilant in my belief. No, listen, that's nothing. You remember, Denise, when we was on the call, and I was telling you guys on the call, and I said to you guys, listen, no, you guys talking about executive director, and you guys still got hours left? No, we're going to do it in 1 hour. I said, you guys give me a call back in 1 hour, and we're going to get it done in an hour. We're not going to wait till the last second. Now, I say that, guys, because in the hour, the people who normally was stretching their belief out for the next 5 or 6 hours, within a little over an hour, because it went from believing that it's going to take all this time, but because I said we can do it in an hour, and everybody was like, yeah, we can do it. I said, tell me we can do it. You guys believe with me, we're going to do it in an hour. So all of a sudden, within a little over an hour, the executive director broke. Then we was like, listen, we got to go, and we got to make sure this next one breaks. Since we already did one, we were looking for one. We went so hard in belief that we got 2. Where you are right now in your life, guys, I want you to believe like you never believed before. I want you to understand that what I gave you when it came to this whole process of vision mastery was you have to believe in yourself a certain way. And that certain way is absolute. That's the certain way. I have absolute belief that what I say I am who I say I am. And when you start to have that belief, guys, then that's when true vision mastery starts to take effect, and that's when true magic starts to happen. Listen, guys, I appreciate each and every one of you guys who logged on to tonight's Sunday Night Vision Mastery call. Listen, I didn't just give you mindset. I literally gave you strategy. I told you, 20, 10, 5, 1,000. You want 1,000 in volume, get 20 people confirmed on one side, 20 people confirmed on the other side. Now, based on who you are, you may have to do a little more number. It may have to be 30 people confirmed. But between 20 and 30, but we always say we stick with 20 because when your belief is strong, within about 20 people, you have enough volume between people buying products or joining the company or saying whatever. You get about 1,000 in volume. Direct is easy. And I want you in your mindset to say it's easy. Because Kathy Ann, when I said I'm going national because it's easy. I put it in my mind. National is only $20,000. 20,000 in volume is easy. Now I need to break a regional to get it done. But I went from having a director to breaking 2 executive directors, and almost by 1,900 points away, I would have jumped over regional and right to national. Not because I came with a group and a team and all this other stuff, but because I rallied with a group of people who finally said, Mr. Scott, yes, sir, we do believe. I appreciate you guys for logging on to the Vision Mastery call. Let me open up the phone lines. I have any leaders that's on the back line that have any comments, statements, anything they want to share for an tonight's phone call.
Mr. Scott, can you hear me,
Galera,
sir?
Loud and clear, lady. Take it away.
Thank you so much for this incredible training as always, and for bringing us back to the basics and the fundamentals. And we know, that the best to do more than just showing up into winning to our game is with that good mental attitude, that belief that we can do more. And just like when I first started with you, I had so much belief that I can go director my first week, and I didn't know where I gonna get the volume. I just said, okay, I'm gonna go director. Even Coach Stormy, when I spoke with her, she said, Aileen, when are you going director? And I said, this week. I didn't even know where to get the volume. I just told her this week. And it happened. And so it's incredible when you truly believe And so if you are in my team, I am in the process of identifying team members that I can go help as well, that are already believing in them, so that I can believe in you more as well, so I can do more for you. And so it's incredible call, training call tonight. Mr. Scott, thank you for all that you do, and I turn the call back to you.
Thank you so much, Mr. Galera, and I appreciate you, young lady, and just always showing up for your team, your organization. Give me 1 second, guys.
All callers are unmuted. All callers are muted and may unmute themselves by pressing *6.
Good stuff, guys. I know we got people on the call line. Anybody and we got some leaders as well. So any person, just press *6 on your phone if you have any comment. But it has to be a comment and a statement about the information that we shared tonight. On a positive note about how you understand this information and what it meant to you. Any leaders on the back line have any comments they want to share about this call if we're in the call tonight?
Mr. Scott, this is Andrea Harding.
Andrea Harding, young lady. Listen, you already know I'm going to be on you this week, girl. You already know this week magic is happening, so you better bring some power because this week something magic is happening for you. Take it away, young lady.
I so I declare it right now. First, I want to congratulate you on reaching regional director. We know that it was already going to be done, and great things are going to happen for you. But, Mr. Scott, I'm just so excited about this, always being able to go back to the basics, because sometimes life can get in the way, and then as soon as you get back into it, life will throw another curveball. So I've been throwing all types of balls and life in this. I just been catching life all over the place. But what I love the best about this team, NuGlobal Vision Mastery Call, is that I can get on this call, I can get empowered, I can get motivated, I can get inspired, and I know that it's not over. So this call was much needed. This call was so much needed. The belief in yourself. Today in church we talked about self-evaluation, self-examination, belief, and all the things that you talked about last night. That when I was sitting in church today, I'm like, Andrea, if you don't quit playing things, I'm going to punch you dead in your face. And I'm being so transparent with you guys. I just want you to know I am in it to win it this week. I don't care, like Miss Aileen said, I don't know where the volume's coming from, but that's not my problem to worry about how or where it's coming from. My thing is just go out here and do it, and I'm excited about that. I'm excited about what 2016 is going to bring me, my family, and those who I'm going to help. So greatly appreciate you. Thank God for having you in my life, having you I called you today as you're the superhero of leadership. And that stands out. So I definitely congratulate you. Thank you for all that you do, not just for myself, but just for everyone in the team. And I'll turn the call back over to you, sir.
Thank you so much, Andrea Harding. I appreciate you, young lady, and all you bring to the organization and team. And just keep on rocking and rolling, girl. I'm super proud of you and what's about to happen. So I want to make sure you call me because we got some things going on. I got several people who've been calling me that's not part of the organization, but they're from around the New York area, and they've been asking me to come up that way to help put some things in place. And right now I'm looking to get on the road to travel in your direction. But I appreciate each and every one of you guys who logged on to tonight's Vision Mastery Call, guys. It's always important that we get on the call and we reignite with true vision and what vision really means, each and every one of us. So all you guys who always log on and the ones who be quiet and the ones who be vocal, guys, it's only when you become vocal, because you can be quiet all you want, but it's when you become vocal, not just to me, but to yourself. Vocal about your belief of magnificence. Vocal about the fact that you speak into the world, into the universe. You know what I'm saying? Vocal. Don't be quiet and want to step up and be somebody. You got to let the people know. You got to show the world that you're here. And I want you to know, guys, that each and every one of you guys, I recognize you, and I know that you're here. Now it's time for you to let the world and the universe know. I appreciate you guys for logging on to tonight's Vision Mastery Call. Find me on social media if you're not connected to me, Jason L. Scott, the number 1 ST, or Jason L. Scott on Facebook. But Jason L. Scott, the number 1 ST on social media platforms between Periscope and Skype and other places. Susie, I was looking for the event over the weekend, girl, and make sure you give me a call. Aileen, type my number in the bottom down there online so everybody can have my number if they don't have it. So I'm looking for the leaders as part of my organization that I can put events on the books this week for them to help get some things happening. So, guys, always remember, given the sum total of all your decisions, you cannot change who you are, but given new life, new vision, new unity, you can change who you become. So with that today, let's rock this thing out. Put on your books 2010 5 1000. Confirm your 20. Get your 10 people to show up. Get your 5 people that are join. Get your 1,000 in volume on your left and 1,000 in volume on your right, and do it for yourself. And then, more importantly, help it happen for other people. And let's get this executive director and regional and above knocked out. And let's all just become. You guys have a great one. Love you all. Good night, everybody.
Great call. Thanks a lot.
Amazing call.
Great call. Thank you.